So I'm going to show you guys 10 80s cartoons that have been inspired from movies. Okay. Some of these you will know, and some of them you may not have seen before. Ev, hit the spacebar.
Yes.
Oh, now you're talking.
I'm in.
So yeah, classic.
This is a
real Ghostbusters.
This is a real ghost man. No, I used to love the show.
Yeah. I think you cheated with the first one.
Well, I wanted to warm it up. You know, I wanted you guys to sort of.
Who was everyone's favourite character in the TV series? Peter.
Peter Beckman.
I loved him.
You got a lush hair, didn't he? With like the quiff at the front and the bullet at the back.
She's ignored it.
And she was actually his love interest in the series.
Yeah. So absolutely like.
It's like the Marshmallow Man's dancing. It's like.
the one with Egon.
Remember the one with the Egon?
Don't you think it's funny that how like
that's not swearing?
How Ray in this looks more like Peter from the film, and Peter in this looks like Ray from the film.
That's a great observation.
Does anyone remember any episodes of the real Ghostbusters?
Sort of.
Anyone remember?
You can watch
them
on
well,
YouTube.
If you remember, I watched an episode of the real Ghostbusters a few months ago.
On YouTube. Yeah,
I actually watched the full episode. Yeah, it was the one where Winston gets caught in the baseball game with all the ghosts.
The one I remember is the Boogeyman.
Oh, Sandman. No, the Sandman.
It's a Boogeyman. It's the one with the Boogeyman.
No, it's the Sandman who makes them all go to sleep.
No. There's one where Egon has a fear of the Boogeyman from when he was a kid. Okay. And he's like he has like a giant white head and a massive like nose and stuff. He's really creepy.
Well, there's one with the Sandman where he turns everyone to sleep. And
on this video right now, put up a picture of the Sandman and a picture of the Boogeyman.
I remember there was one where like there was loads of middle-aged women in like in a clothing sale. And all the clothes were going mental, and they were fighting.
I think this is Saturday with your missus.
Yeah, I was going to say, is this a fantasy rather than the real Ghostbusters?
It could have been Primark on the weekend.
That was an episode of Father Ted, that was, but.
Come on.
Hardest because laundry section, I understand.
Classic. Oh man.
So this is inspired by you, because you said to us a couple of weeks ago, who remembers the animated series?
Well, I want to know Frog's thoughts on the end of this. Oh, everyone's thoughts.
I don't remember this at all.
I don't think I ever watched it.
That's on video.
I've seen the intro before, but I think in later light on YouTube.
Watch this bit now. This bit makes no sense at all, right? How the f does he watch this bit now? He goes through the window like that, right? Watch this now. How would that happen? I fucking hate that bit. And this bit by your
I can't believe Adam's arguing for logic in a cartoon series.
Oh, this
Yet
bit,
his logic goes out the window for a horror film.
the bit at the end of this now kills me. It killed me when I was a kid because I was like learning to read and I used to watch this and be like, what's wrong?
But yeah, he'd be dead.
Don't have a dot, have a capital I.
The real Ghostbusters, because I'd watched it when I was younger and I loved it. I'm inclined to already just like that intro, but because I didn't watch Police Academy, I'm watching that and I'm thinking,
I had that on videotape when I was a kid. It was never on television, but I just watched the videotape all the time. I used to like it when I was a kid as well. I liked it more than the films, the cartoon.
No, passed me by. It wasn't.
I think it came out in like the 90s, so maybe you guys were just, you were off getting smashed up on White Lightning by the time it came out.
I should be able to guess this straight away.
I don't remember this either.
I used to watch this all the time. Beetlejuice.
Although initially I thought it might be in Cruella de Vil.
This used to be on Saturday mornings on CITV.
It ran for quite a few series.
I would have said this is
Series.
Seasons.
Seasons, yeah.
Oh, that's the word.
Yeah.
Go for seasons.
Yeah. I used to love this cartoon.
So who's the girl?
That's
It is actually Winona Ryder's character.
Yeah.
Lydia.
Lydia.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, because you've got this one,
Okay, so there's
I'm wondering
if
if you've got...
it's in here.
It's actually a really good opening. The animation's awesome.
Are any of the original actors voicing?
No. I'm okay to do this.
I got a funny feeling it ran for something like 90 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah, it used to be on ITV all the time.
Yeah, but a season, if it's American cartoon, a season is something like 20, 25 episodes.
Well, I looked at this the other day. It varied so much on what a season was. So a bit of a standard seemed to be that a season could have been 13 or 26 episodes.
Yeah.
But then some the cartoons, they ran for like 56 episodes.
Yeah, but that's because they had double in a season. Because they would be each episode would be 2 segments.
Ah, right.
So like so remember you used to get like 2 10-minute episodes smashed together.
Ah, okay. And there was also I don't know, are they called cutaways? No, they're not. But they're like sort of spin-offs. So in the real Ghostbusters, there'd be a segment with Slimer, and he would be doing something. He'd be on a mission, or he'd do something. But they never counted as part of the series.
Oh. The real Ghostbusters had a spin-off called Slimer and the real Ghostbusters.
Oh,
yeah, that was the last season of it. It was called Slimer.
Do you remember
Real
the
Ghostbusters.
alternative Ghostbusters cartoon?
Yeah, the one with the monkey.
just the Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
They had like an old-fashioned car, which is a bit like Hillbilly's car.
Yeah.
I used to love that.
Well, that's the reason why they're called the real Ghostbusters, because they had the rights to them. You probably know, is it, what's the name of the company?
Hanna-Barbera?
No, Animatronics, Animatrix, or something like
No,
that.
I don't know.
Yeah, they used to do He-Man, didn't they?
Is
think,
that right? Yeah,
yeah.
sure. Go on, Ev.
Straight. Got a little fact which I found out this week. In Stranger Things season 3, they have like a model of the town or something, and there's a little Beetlejuice gravestone with the bats and everything. Yeah.
I need to catch up on that show. It's good.
I had been selected for most of
Oh, remember this.
I actually love this.
the destiny of the two great ones,
Use.
Bill and
It's I don't remember it at all. It wasn't until we did the podcast that I saw
Isn't
it.
it their voices?
Yeah, it's Alex Wood.
Well, only in the first series.
Yeah. This is such a weird situation with this show.
It's George Collins' voice as well.
Yeah, there's all of them. This song, though.
It's quite good that it's quite true to the film, I think.
I actually love this cartoon. This used to be on S4C, this did.
So I don't remember the series itself, but I remember the song. I always remember singing Bill and Ted.
This was a rare one. This was on the Dumb and Dumber cartoon on S4C. I still love these shows.
So I've cheated a little bit here, because this was, I think, 1990, but I suppose still inspired by an 80s film.
I reckon I know another one you've got in this one, but I'm going to wait till it comes up to see. But that's a weird one, because there was 2 seasons of that made. There was 2 versions of the cartoon made and a live action series of Bill and Ted.
Well, the
With
reason,
other actors.
so the original actors, Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter, they were in the first series doing the voice. But in the second series, they brought in the actors who did the live series. So I think it was that sort of segment to try and get the audience ready for them. Plus, they were probably 10 times cheaper.
Yeah, Deke. I think
And
Deke animation took over.
Keanu was going on to do other stuff as well.
Oh, Keanu.
Next one.
I knew it. I knew this is the one I was just saying about. I knew this would be in there.
Back in time.
Do you know?
Is that supposed to be Griff?
Do you know this one, right? I only ever saw this like once or twice on TV, and I was always wanting this to come back on
What was
television.
it be called now?
Gif. I just laughed with my battle.
I only ever saw one or two
Trying to
episodes of this.
enjoy.
It was never on TV again.
It never went past me by it. I think because it was early 90s.
So is that Doc's kids?
Yeah, well, the main series was, I think, more about Doc and his kids rather than Marty McFly.
Einstein the dog ever? Guess what frog loves? A talking dog. Yeah, so I was trying to say, like, I saw that once on TV, once or twice, and they never came back on, and I was always wanting it to be on television. It was just one I was always like, when's the Back to the Future cartoon going to be? I think for some reason they just aired 2 episodes one day, and it just left me wanting more forever. But yeah. But also, can I just say, for the record, Bill and Ted's better than Back to the Future.
Well, the series. Well, the series or the film?
Film. Excellent adventure any day.
Well,
Back to that old podcast argument we had before.
Ed's not having that.
I'm not having any of it.
This is just for you.
I don't even remember any of this.
I'd never seen this
So
cartoon
the
ever.
film is abysmal.
A song of it.
See, I know more about the cartoon and the game rather than the film when we came to watch it.
So did you guys watch this cartoon as a kid?
So,
I think it was just an American show, really. But there was a toy line with it. I know there was a toy line with it.
but with the fact, I remember that person with the two heads.
Yeah.
But the fact, this is called Toxic Crusaders. Isn't
Yeah.
it? So it's about a group of them, not just the main guy.
The thing is, though, they still live in trauma a lot in this, so it's like there are still links to trauma, even though trauma is a softcore porno
What's the film?
type of violence.
So what?
What's
Toxic
that?
Avenger.
Avenger, yeah.
But that's, can I just say though, it's weird though, because the film is like incredibly R-rated. Trauma is pretty much a porno company. Like they just made this.
No, it's mad because in theory, kids should not know about that
No.
line of characters.
I got a fact about that show.
Come on.
Do you know who one of the early writers on that show was? Chuck Lorre. Chuck
Oh, Big
that's-
Bang.
Chuck Lorre went on to create Big Bang.
Two and a half men, wasn't it?
2.5 Men and Big Bang. Yeah. That was one of his first ever writing jobs.
Yeah.
And I believe, I might be wrong about this, but at that time, John Kricfalowski, who created Ren and Stimpy, was starting off at those studios, and he hated Chuck Lorre. I read about that, and I think
Idiot Stimpy.
yeah,
And Adam says so. It must be true.
well, the less said about John K as well, the better, because he's got a bit of a situation right
Yeah.
now at the moment, isn't he? So let's move on.
Yeah.
So we get it.
This is Rambo.
There was a Rambo cartoon.
Yeah.
I never knew this.
Look at this, like 16 pack.
This is just Andrew getting ready in the morning. This is good.
Every morning.
I never knew there was a cartoon of this out.
I find it really strange that there's kids shows about such violent films. You know, Toxic Crusaders is a perfect example of that.
Get me Rambo.
This show was awesome.
So this is called Rambo, Freedom Fighters, I think. That's Fighters of Freedom.
Do you know what? I'm actually tempted to download some of this and just watch it for a laugh.
Does the guy acting as Rambo sound like Sly?
I thought that was Rambo in the disguise as an old woman then, and I was like, yeah, looks like amazing. The Force of Freedom.
Something like.
Can I just say, right, I'm on board to watch more of that. That looks
I had a Rambo action figure when I was a kid.
Was it-
just Rambo?
based on the toy line?
Yeah.
Or the cartoons?
Yeah. Well, no, it was actually based on the film because he had his knife and just his 24 pack.
But know when you said about like it's mad that kids' cartoons were based on 80s action films. But the thing is, when I was a kid though, I had loads of toys of like Terminator and stuff. And the thing is, all my friends in school, we used to love Terminator and RoboCop and like all hard 18 rated action
They
movies.
don't do that now, though, do they?
No, kids are soft now, but make sure your kid watch RoboCop. Your son watches RoboCop.
I had RoboCop the cartoon on the VHS.
I remember that as well. Yeah.
Well, it might be a surprise now.
Did he?
Detroit.
Yes.
Officer Alex J. Murphy and his partner Ann Lewis.
I would love it if they showed him getting blown away now.
Which in
You know,
fact,
Well, no,
after
watch
being
that.
mortally wounded in the line of duty, Officer Murphy is outfitted by OCP with bulletproof
It's like quite
titanium
true.
robotic
The film.
and with computer-enhanced
I remember
motors.
renting this from the video shop when I was a kid. This
He has become the ultimate super cop. RoboCop.
Can I just say as well? I just love how like the titles are hand drawn.
That's
They've
brilliant.
got a charm to them.
Again, I didn't see that. Didn't see Rambo either. But I would have loved them as a kid. I think.
I thought I watched loads of cartoons when I was a kid. I've seen hardly any of these.
I've seen the only one I didn't know existed was the Rambo one, but the RoboCop I rented from a video shop when I was a kid and had like remember those tapes? We used to have 2 episodes of a cartoon show on there. It was one of them.
That.
Yeah.
DC got Turtles on here.
Well, no, technically, it wasn't inspired by a film.
Yeah.
The cartoon series came first, didn't it?
Yeah.
Comics, cartoon series, then
The rap and the song.
Yeah. So TV.
Oh my god, what?
Oh, I never knew this existed.
No.
I knew it was Karate Kid straight away.
Miyagi, brilliant.
They're going
Did Ralph
global.
Macchio do the...
Sorry, 2 minutes, but
I bet he's like Yoda in this.
I love it if he had the oh man. Who needs Cobra Kai when you got this?
Who's the girl?
Oh, she's in the second film.
Oh, is that Kumiko?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you know what? I used to love Karate Kid.
He's on a torpedo.
What is going on?
A flying car.
Mate, this show looks incredible. It's like they were just like, should we put more action in this? Yes.
Stunt work, action,
Yeah.
bombs. Brilliant, let's do it.
Is John Kreese going to be like a shredder character? I'll get you, Miyagi.
I like it was called The Karate Kid. Isn't the film just called Karate Kid?
No, no,
it's
not the-
Oh, is it? I always thought it was just called Karate Kid. I thought the show was trying to stand out like this is the Karate
I'm
Kid.
still surprised by how well that film holds up.
I didn't realise, you know, Daniel LaRusso's love interest in the third film when he's fighting bad boy Mike Barnes.
Oh, when he's getting bonsai trees
Yeah.
on the side of cliffs.
Is Ryan Reynolds' sister-in-law?
What? Sister-in-law?
So, is
Yeah.
it Blake
Blake Lively's sister.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Just for like anyone watching right now who hasn't seen Cobra, like myself, who hasn't seen Cobra Kai, you seem to be the expert. What happens if you watch Cobra Kai without any knowledge of Karate Kid? Is it just
I think it's
terrible?
okay,
no.
isn't it?
Well, it is, but you have to watch the films to appreciate some of the in jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
The thing is, you need to watch this series as well
Yeah,
to
this
get
guy-
the in-jokes even
Yeah.
more.
You need to see the bit with Mr. Miyagi.
Well, when
Jumps
when
the car
he's
over a cliff next to a
when he's
helicopter.
surfing on a torpedo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does anyone jump a helicopter in a car in Cobra Kai?
No.
It's in the next series. Then.
I-
Come on, Ev, next one.
What's this?
Oh my god, what?
Is this Teen Wolf?
Yeah. What? I never knew this existed.
No.
The Wolverton Times. This.
Oh my
Next
god.
one, back, isn't he?
The animation looks really creepy.
Yeah. It looks like he's in some sort of like medieval Transylvanian village.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they got. He looks like that in the cartoon, but they got this stupid thing in the titles.
Yeah, but it's like two different styles of cartoons,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It's like that's like traced over rotoscoped or something. That is.
He just reminds me of one of the boys in work.
Cool.
Gary Poo.
That's it.
Can I just say I've only ever seen Teen Wolf once in my life, and I can't even. All I can remember is he plays basketball at the end, and I know that some guy gets his knob out.
When you gonna
Never seen
win in the end.
Huh?
That's a myth, though.
No, it's a
no,
myth.
It's not a myth. It's not a myth.
No,
You've seen
it
it.
is. No, it's a myth.
It's a myth.
We
but-
brought it up on the podcast.
You've seen
It's
it.
a lady, and it's her blouse has come through her trousers.
No, is it? You see it? I saw the clip. I saw the guy with his knob. It's flopping around to it.
You've seen it once.
I know I've seen it a few times on like those like. Can you believe this was in the film?
Oh, you
sort of
kept
shows.
watching for the.
No. I've only seen Teen Wolf once, but that clip I've seen on other shows. It was
So there you
good.
go, guys. 10 cartoons based on movies from the 80s. And some of them I might even go back and watch.
Well, I'm definitely watching Karate Kid and Rambo.
I
tell you that
mean,
right now.
a couple of them are suited to the idea of kids' TV, aren't they? But some of them are just how they got permission.
I know, yeah.
Karate Kid and Teen Wolf and Ghostbusters, they're not adult viewing, are they? They didn't come from adult films as such. Rambo and RoboCop, they were violent films.
Which of those did you guys think looked the best? I'm not going to count Ghostbusters in my answer because it's so just said and done. But it's
Do you
the
mean
best.
like drawn?
I even mean like it looks the most alluring. I got to be honest, mine was probably probably Karate Kid. For that, just for the helicopter bit.
Well, riding the torpedo. And
Yeah.
Did you find though that the majority of those cartoons they kind of had looked the same?
Yeah, because Deke probably did most of them. That's why.
Yeah.
Remember Deke?
They had similar styles.
Yeah. They're really cheaply animated though, aren't they? That's the thing. They're chucked together really fast. And they're just to get a toy line out really. They're pretty much adverts of toys. Most of them are.
Well, it's the same with
He-Man and stuff.
He-Man. Well, He-Man's a perfect example of it. But Turtles as well.
Yeah.
Some of the animation on that is so bad, and how it even got past the final edit. You got like an eyeball going across the screen, sort of thing.
I never ever
I
watched
used
it.
to love
But
He-Man.
I missed.
He-Man was the best.
I just missed He-Man because it was when I was a kid. The big cartoon was Turtles, Hero Turtles. The outro is if you want to subscribe for more, hit that subscribe button, hit that like, smash that like, and leave a massive comment underneath telling us how much you love us all.